And everybody, welcome to the first half, not back, first half here. We'll have a look at the team. As you can see here, running the movies team, I was, in all honesty, very tempted to dip down into C tier and grab these two. Because, I mean, if we do have a look at them, it is, like, not, quote unquote, they are mostly going to be strike based, obviously. But they can be tailored to blast if you really push it. But I had a look at the board, and I think, in all honesty, we should be fine. Being realistic, we should be okay. So, not really too much to be caring about. So yeah, we're going to use this team, get through this board, like absolute men. So yeah, let's go. But the first fight, being up against this stage here, it's alright enough to be quite fair with you. I mean, if you really wanted to, go for this 3/5 stage. I wouldn't say it's too bad, but we're going to be fighting this stage later on, so yeah, we'll leave that, so let's go. And yeah, this is the way we have to fight right here. Not really too much had changed, other than the fact that I just took up Bojack. If you want to put on Piccolo, I wouldn't suggest it too much so, but you can if you want to. So yeah, we're going to get into this here. And the way we do this fight is, we're going to immediately get rid of tag units. Then we're going to get rid of this Goku. Get rid of this Vegeta, this Goku, and then this Nail at the very end. Because I think the more characters die, he'll get buffed up. The fact that he is Frieza's Saga, everyone is going to be buffing him up, so he's going to be getting maximum damage. They're just tag unit. He's just damage dealer. I don't know too much about him, but I think he might debuff, so you might want to go for him a bit earlier. But sure, we'll see what happens. And yeah, let's go. Alright, so a slight hiccup, only because of the fact he just got absolutely whammed, but I mean, it wasn't too bad, per se. But in all honesty, with the way that we have our characters, I completely forgot, like, I didn't forget, quote unquote, but the fact that these two attack you first, you honestly see if we're going for Namagoku first, and then going for the tag unit. I just only went for them first because I'm used to going for them first, but, you know, we have two greens, we could have just went for him first, would have been done dusted, then went to him, then went to Vegeta. Or this Goku. Being realistic, you could have left Vegeta near end, but it's fine enough, we'll leave it on. So moving on, next fight gonna be, obviously, you could just 4/5 stage, but if you wanted there, we had to deal with this 5/5 stage, which honestly is not too bad, but this 5/5 stage is not actually the worst either, it's probably a bit better. So we're gonna go for this fight right here. This is the way we have the fight right here. I'm just taking off the cooler because, I mean, yes, he is got his super attack mostly there, but I want to see if I can get this Turles healed up because he is an S tier, and we kind of half need him. So yeah, let's go. And the way we do this fight is we're going to get stunned by him no matter what, and you want to try and avoid his stun. But we do have 2 yellows, so I do want to get rid of him. However, yeah, actually, sure, just get rid of him first. If you just want to keep away from the stun, get rid of him first, in all honesty. But I'll get rid of him because he's a bit more dangerous. Then we get rid of him afterwards. We're going to get stunned by him no matter what, so that's irrelevant. So we're going to get rid of him next anyway. Then we get rid of these two, and then Revival Frieza at the very end, just because he's a revival unit, and you always put revival units to the very end, so yeah, let's go. Alright, so you know what, that's not too bad. Turles looking fine enough, it is a 3/5 fight, so that was obviously to be expected. So yeah, nice enough, moving on. Next fight gonna be up against this 5/5 stage, against this stage, which is actually not gonna do too bad. And yeah, that's the way we got the fight right here. This cooler, and Bojack are all gonna get super attacks, so it's gonna be nice enough. And it should be easy enough to get through this here, so yeah, let's go. And the way we do this fight is, in all honesty, I'm very keen just to get rid of Baby first. Because the fact we have got a green super attacker in the immediate at the beginning, you might as well get rid of him, or you get rid of one of the counters. Personally, I would say I'd get rid of this Janemba if you were going to do that, but I'm going to get rid of Baby first. Then, I'm going to get rid of Majub, then this Majub, this Baby, and then these two at the very end. In all honesty, I'm going to put the purple one last, only because of the fact he is a further unit away compared to him, so we shouldn't be too bad, so let's go. We are looking nice enough for some pristine shit there. 1.2 full kill, avoid his super attack, although it seems barely, but if you do want to be avoiding that, go for him first, then the red Janemba. That's all I'm going to say. If you are afraid of his super attack, go for him first. But it seems we got rid of him in one shot, and that's what we were looking for. But yeah, gonna move on to the next fight, being up against this 3/5 stage, because this 4/5 stage, in all honesty, could be easy. Do I want to test that out? Hell to the no. I'd rather go for a stage where I know for a fact I can actually do something. Okay, so yeah, this is the way we got the fight right here. I've taken off this cooler. Yes, he is an S tier. However, for the start of the board, in all honesty, it's not needed. Being quite fair with you, it's not needed. I'm only doing this here because the fact we need a full color wheel, and the fact there's 2 purples doesn't exactly spell confidence for a green unit. So I'm going to do it like this here, so let's go. Alright, so the way we do this fight is going to be as follows. He's got a strike cover chain, a strike counter, so it doesn't matter. He's the one with a blast cover chain, so I'd rather get rid of him first. Then we get rid of VB. Then we get rid of this Zamasu, this VB, and then obviously corrupts Zamasu at the very end because the fact of the depth buffs. I'm only getting rid of these 2 first because they're the most problematic units on the team, so hopefully we should be fine enough with this. And we are actually looking alright enough, minus the cooler being absolutely demolished. 9.64, still got the full kill, so you know, I'll take it. The way it's going fine enough, minus the cooler being near dead, but it's fine. So yeah, moving on, going to be up against this 5th stage. Again, it's an easy enough stage, because I mean, if you want to go for this 5th stage, I wouldn't in all honesty recommend it. Because the fact you have a revival and a cover rescue, whereas this here you just have cover changes and they're not really that much of an issue. This 3-fist fight, yeah, I mean it's going up against later, so yeah, go into this one. Yeah, no, this is the way we're going to fight right here. Because if I'm looking at this cooler's kit correctly, he should also be giving the Roshi the wee bit of extra buffing. If I'm doing this here correctly, okay? So, and plus with Bojack's extra wee bit of buffing there of 15%, we should be fine, and these 2 should be absolutely cooking like mad. And the way we do this fight is going to be as follows. Give rid of Pan because of support. There's no question about that. Then you get rid of Goten because he's the fact he's got a super attack. I would then suggest getting rid of Cell Jr., getting rid of this Goku, this Trunks, and then 15 at the very end. So yeah, let's get into this one. And we are looking nice enough. 1.5 got the full kill, avoid his super attack. But again, as I said before with the Janemba, if you're afraid of a super attack, I would again go for him first, then Pan. There's no right or wrong answer. If you want to give her support and the debuffs first, give her Pan. If you want to give her the super attack, go 10. Otherwise, we're going to move on. The next fight, going to be up against this one right here. Eerily similar stage. If you want to go for the 5-fist, I wouldn't say I'm quote-unquote against it, but it's a bit harder. This 4-fist over here, you can do. In all honesty, it's not even that bad, but this one is that slight bit easier, I think. You know, we're not really going to change too much because it worked out fine enough. I would put cooler in this one right here. You can if you want to, but I'm not going to because, I mean, I don't really want Broly to be doing most of the damage. I want Roshi to be doing it because, I mean, I don't think there's really too much. 256 compared to 244. I mean, yes, he does have better stats, but shut up, I don't care. Get into it. We do this fight is give rid of Goten. Then we get rid of 18 because, again, the super attack, there's not really too much of a support. There is debuffs, but she can be dealt with. Then you get rid of Videl, get rid of Hercule, just Gohan and Trunks at the very end. Not really too much of an issue here, so yeah, let's get into it. And we are looking fine enough. Roshi and Broly taking a wee bit, but it doesn't matter. 1.2, still got the full kill. Still simple enough, so yeah, moving on. Next fight, gonna be up against this 5-fist stage. Yeah, it is a bit more problematic considering the fact this 4-fist stage, in all honesty, actually it's not even that bad. It's actually probably a bit easier because the fact that there's no revival Ginyu, it's just these 2 being your main issue. And in all honesty, I'm actually probably going to go for this 4-fist stage. Because it's still going to go up, because if you want to go for this 4-fist stage, don't. This 4-fist stage is so much easier. If you want to go for this stage, by all means, I'm not against it. And the way you want to do this here, I'm actually going to go for the 4-fist stage. It's a lot easier, I think. But if you want to do this here, I would definitely suggest get rid of Videl, this Goten, this Goku, this Broly, Trunks, and then Gohan at the very end. Or to do Broly third, in all honesty. The Broly's like your main issue as well as this Videl and Goten. Otherwise, you're fine enough. But I'm going to go for this 4-fist stage because it seems a bit easier. So we got the fight right here. I'm going to just keep it like this. I'm going to take off Roshi because there is like purple, but it's only like 1. Like, he's not really going to be that much of an issue, whereas the rest of them are going to be a bit more of an issue, so we're going to do it like this. The way we're going to do this fight is get rid of Vegeta first, then Goku. Despite the fact he's got a strike cover change, I'd rather get rid of them first. So, and then next up we get rid of these 2, then leave the 2 Ginyus at the very end. Not really too crazy, not really too extravagant, so yeah, I said we get into this. And we are looking fine enough. Cooler actually healed up, so that's obviously going to be a massive plus. So yeah, there's that. Full kill. Again, the fact there's no revival Ginyu on it makes it a bit easier. So yeah, moving on to the next fight, being up against this 4-fist stage against a very easy enough stage. So yeah, we should be not worrying too much. Now, I did say earlier that I didn't want Broly getting the buff because of obvious reasons. However, this cooler has a super attack basically ready as soon as he gets into the field, so I'd rather kill somebody right then and there, you know. And the way we do this fight is get rid of Barku first because they're the most dangerous unit. Then get rid of Zaha. Then get rid of Giblet, Bulma, Saiyan and Red, then Shell at the very end because Shell is just, at this point, he's a hero unit. He's not doing anything, so yeah, no point. Let's go. And we are looking fine enough with like 1, 2, 3, Jesus Christ almighty, the amount of super attacks we have ready. Shell has just barely avoided his super attack apparently. Okay, 1.3 doesn't exactly matter too much, so yeah, moving on. Next fight, gonna be up against this 4th stage because this 5th stage, no. Despite the fact that we're going to have to face it later, this 5th stage is not really that much better because this 4th stage is a nightmare because it's all ultras, despite the fact that like 2 or 3 of them are buffing each other, but that's about it. This direction is so much easier. This is going to be the first time in a long time that I'm actually going to be bringing in the Turles from S tier, only because of the fact that I didn't exactly, well, I could have used them earlier and I could have healed them up. However, this fight is a bit more needed considering the fact the amount of blues are on the field, so yeah, let's go. And the way we do this fight is immediately get rid of this Frieza because the fact he's an ultra. Actually, to be fair, he's got to come back. Actually, I did say it myself whenever I was thinking of this path and leaving the last. Get rid of this Frieza first. Then we're going to get rid of this Goku. Get rid of Shisami, Gohan, Vegeta, and then the Frieza because he does have a comeback mechanic. I'm not too sure how that works. I might have to double check it. And if it completely fucks up, well then I will tell you right then and there. I'll show up this kit like right here, right now. What the hell happens if he does pop the comeback, if there is one. But yeah, let's go. And okay, I would say a slight issue, but it's not really, despite the fact none of us have super attacks. Still did it, still avoid his super attack, just barely, what seems. But again, I would have flashed up his kit, and then obviously you would have known to go from first or go from last. So yeah, moving on. Next fight, gonna be up against this 5th stage over here because it's easy enough, whereas this 5th stage is an absolute nightmare, as we've already seen. But as I said, we'll see later on. That's the way we're going to have to fight right here. Not really too much needed to be changed, apart from the fact I took off the Turles for obvious reasons. So yeah, let's get into this. We do this fight is immediately get rid of actually this Piccolo first, then get rid of Bojack. Then we're going to get rid of Casserole, Pan, Pycon, despite the fact I think actually he stuns characters that are a powerful opponent, which is basically our team. It's like Saga from the movies and powerful opponent is going to stun at least one of us. So that is the only issue. But that's just like a turn 1 type shit. We can't do anything about it. I'll double check that in his kit. Then obviously I'll say put him first or second if it's like turn 2. But we're going to leave him there. Then give it 19 for the very last. So yeah, we're going to get into this one. Alright, so yeah, no, not too bad. Roshi and Cooler still the ones with the low HP enough. I said low. But 2.1 full kill, easy enough. Moving on, this Fire Fist stage is our next stop. I don't know what I'm saying. Because this 3 Fist stage, I mean, in all honesty, it's quite doable, but I'd rather not, considering the fact it's just Fire Fist. It's a lot easier. I say easier considering I don't know what I'm saying. So we have the fight right here. I'm changing absolutely nothing because at the moment this formation is working fine enough, and the fact this is probably the only way that we can actually format this entire thing. So yeah, let's go. What we do this fight is immediately get rid of Raditz first because the fact of his guaranteed super turn 1. Then get rid of DKP because of his debuffs. Broly also has debuffs, so we're going to get rid of him next, but DKP is a lot worse. Then I would suggest Bojack. Then this Frieza, I think he might debuff as well, but I think it's mostly the strike attack, whereas the rest of these characters are all basically blast. And then Cell at the end because he's at this point not an issue. Like, he's really a non-issue. He don't need to care for the Cell, even if you see him on an Android team, he's just useless nearly. And yeah, no, Roshi, oh god, of my Roshi took a wee bit. But I guess that's only because of the fact everybody mostly targeted him. But we should heal him up fine enough, and the fact we have got so many super attacks does not exactly help us for the last fight. But well, I'll see what I can do here, because our next fight is going to be up against this stage right here, which isn't too bad. But it's still going to be the way we're going to fight right here. I'm taking off these two because they're like key units, and they've got ourselves some super attacks, 100%, 100%. Yes, he does have 100%, however, the rest of these characters don't. And to be quite fair with it, he's just there most of the time, so yeah, this would be fun. And the way we do this fight is going to be get rid of Bujin first, because the fact, stun. Then we get rid of Raspberry. I don't think they're really too much of an issue, but I don't know if they have got a blast cover change or strike cover change. But I'll say probably blast in this case. Then get rid of Tenement, then get rid of these two at the very last. Like, it's half movies, half Frieza Force. Being realistic, we should be fine enough because there's like little to no synergy with this team. So yeah, let's go. And we are looking fine enough, looking scrumptious, 1.5 full kill. Again, no, it was an easy enough fight. I can't say too much else. But yeah, moving on. Final fight. Yeah, as I said earlier on, this is the team we're facing up. I did say it was going to get ugly later on, so this is the reason why. So yeah, let's go. Does in fact look like an absolute wonky as all living shit formation? Yes, it does. Why? Only because the fact is Roshi has 100%. Rather give him the ultimate. You know, might as well just give him the ultimate while I have it sitting there. I do want to burn him in, but I'd rather not. We'll get Bojack to get his ultimate, his Awakened Hearts. So yeah, this should be a fun time. And having 2 yellows here with a purple on the team does not exactly help. However, we're going to deal with it later. So our first up, it's going to be tricky as a living shit considering the team here. With like universal, strike, blast, strike, strike, strike. It is mostly strike based, but it doesn't matter. We're going to give her a universal cover change first. Then we're going to give her the tag. Then we give her this Piccolo. Give her the Fat Tanks, this Gohan, and this Piccolo at the very end because he's a revival unit. In all honesty, I probably would say give rid of him fourth so he doesn't transform. And in all honesty, it's probably the way to go. But I don't know exactly what way this is supposed to be going because I haven't really faced this fight. In all honesty, you probably could leave him to near last. Probably actually would be a better option, but we'll see what happens here. Then obviously, I will tell you as if this is like fine enough. Actually, you'll see it. I don't know what I'm talking about. So yeah, let's go. Yeah, nah, that could have been formatted so much better. Roshi got fucking absolutely killed. Okay, so, in all honesty, instead of going for him, I would probably suggest maybe going for Gohan and leaving him the 5th at this point, because Jesus Christ almighty. So yeah, that's what you should do. Still go for Beast Gohan first, in all honesty. In all honesty, it could have been formatted so much better. And also, I actually probably would say Fat Tanks, then the Gammas, then Gohan, unless the Gammas only cover change, unless I actually double check, do they have a cover change? If they got a cover change, well then obviously, yeah, go for the 3rd, then Beast Gohan. If they don't, Gohan, then the Gammas, then these 2 at the very end. It's probably the way you're going to have to go with this here, but still got 1.5, still end up with 17.9, could have ended up with 18, but I digress. We'll leave it for B, so yeah, see you all in the next one.